Hello there, Peggy.
Hello, CEAZOR.
What's new?
I just finished dinner. How about you?
Oh, I haven't eaten yet. Say, do you know where there's a good steakhouse?
What? You're gonna eat my family?
No. I'm looking for a place to stake my tokens.
Oh, steak. I thought you meant steak.
Hello and welcome to CEAZOR Snack Sandwich. Today we're on Phantom taking a look at StakeSteak. It's Phantom Friday, so I've decided to take a look at a Phantom project today. Now this is not an incentivized video anyway. I don't hold any of the stake tokens. However, I am kind of testing it out and using this protocol a little bit. Now let's go quickly through this and I'll explain to you basically what it is. It says right here, our mission, building lasting infrastructure to stabilize the FUSD token at $1. So what is that talking about? What does that mean? Is this protocol's purpose, its main vision is to try to help this FUSD stablecoin maintain its peg. Because if you've used FTM and you've used Phantom, you might have come across this token. And you will notice that it is not holding its peg. It's a stable coin supposed to be pegged to the US dollar, but it's currently at 60 cents and it's been as low as 40 cents. Now that's because of the mechanisms that are used to mint this token. And I have created a video quite a while ago on how to mint the FUSD token, and you can watch that video. I'll link to it at the end of this video. However, there's a little bit difference now. It's a slightly different process, but for the most part it's still accurate enough that you can watch that video and then kind of understand how to mint these tokens. However, these tokens are purchasable in the markets. There are LPs, so you can simply just buy this token below peg and hope that it returns to peg in the future. And if you did so, you could make a handsome profit if it actually went back up to $1 as well. So their mission is to try to fix the peg of the FUSD token. So how are they going to do this? They're doing it pretty simple, in a very simple way. If we come here to the list here, and we have the stakehouse. The stakehouse is where we want to go. So basically, they're incentivizing the use of some of the FUSD tokens. Now, as you can see here, that these tokens are USDC versus IFUSD. So I'll explain what how that I comes into play in the future. But they started off, if you come here, they started off with Stakehouse 1, and you can see they were incentivizing LPs that use the stablecoin and hoping, and especially this one, they're hoping that this would help to return the peg. But now they've converted their LPs to these ones that use the IFUSD. And I'll explain what the IFUSD is when I get to the next part down here. Now, there's another special thing about this stakehouse here. As you can see, they've taken the master chef contract and they've modified it a little bit so that it can maintain, so it can support multiple reward tokens. So in this case, if you provide to this liquidity pool on SpiritSwap, then you can gain both the stake token, which is the native token of this protocol, and the Brad token, which I haven't looked into. I don't know much about it. I have done a video here on Tomb Finance, so you can maybe watch that. And here, if you were to stake Tomb versus IFUSDT on SushiSwap, or sorry, not an SpiritSwap, then you're going to get, no, this is SpookySwap, I think, sorry. On SpookySwap, then you're going to get T-shares and stake tokens. So let's say I wanted to supply to this pool here. I would just come to SpiritSwap and I would go, FUSD, that's not the right one. So let's put IFUSD. And then I could supply, a portion of this and a portion of that to this LP, get my LP token, and it would sit in my wallet. And then I would come back here and select here and, approve it and then stake it and then start earning these 2 token rewards, which is interesting, which is worth considering. Now, I don't know why it says Brad here, but in here it says Scream. So maybe that's a UI error. I'll tell the team, or when they watch this video, maybe they will come across this and figure out how to deal with that problem. Now, the docs for this system, this protocol is a little bit lacking. They're not updating the docs like regularly. I found some situations where there was information that was a little bit off. Basically, you know, it was still talking about the version 1. The version 1 Stakehouse here instead of the version 2 Stakehouse. So what I would suggest you to do if you want to know more about it, I would come to the mediums here and, you know, read through these mediums. I've read through all of these medium articles. You know, start at the bottom and work your way up, and you get a pretty good understanding of this protocol in that sense. So let's move on. So here is SStake, which is pretty simple. You put your stake in here, and you start gaining this APY in stake tokens. So you put your stake in here, you get X stake, and then you're going to gain more and more stake tokens. I'll talk about the yield in a second when I explain this IFUSD. So IFUSD is basically you just stake your FUSD tokens, which you can mint from the Phantom PWA wallet, which I will put that video at the end of this one so you can watch that. So you can mint these tokens, or you can buy them in the market, and you can stick them in here and gain like about 5% currently. Now they do have this one article here that says, why would I want to stake this for that? And it's basically, there are 3 kinds of people that are dealing with these FUSD tokens in this case. And there are people who like, hey, I think, you know, buying a stable coin at 40 cents is a steal, so I'm going to do it. And if somebody had done it when it was 40 cents, they would be up like quite a bit because it's now 60 cents. And they could stake it here and gain that 5% while they're waiting for the peg to return. The other people who are like me, who have minted FUSD and are just holding it and gaining our interest because we minted synths on Phantom based on our staked FTM, then we can just kind of hold it here and earn a little bit more. And then he says people who sell the FUSD lower than peg, you're just kind of screwing yourself because they believe that it's going to continue to rise and so forth. If we look at the chart, this is only a 1 month chart. If we go to all, it kind of goes all gimpy, right? So anyhow, 1 month chart. So as I was saying, the peg, you know, was around 40, 30, even 30 cents back a month ago, and it's now around 60 cents. So it appears that maybe it's working. It might not be the only factor that's returning it to peg and that it's helping it return to peg, but it does show that it is probably having a good effect. Now, the last thing I want to say is, where does this APY come from? How are they getting this APY? So when we go to the chart here, we find the system in which they are gaining the APYs for both the stakeholders and for the IFUSD holders, like the people like me. So whenever somebody does put an SLP into the Stakehouse to farm stake token rewards, anytime they pull out, they get a small fee, and that fee is in the form of an LP. So they will split the LP, and in this case, it's Spirit and FUSD, and all the FUSD is given to the FUSD stakers, the people who hold IFUSD, and then the token itself on the other side of the LP is sold to buy stake tokens, and then those stake tokens are given to the stakers, the X-stake holders. Now, this pretty much covers it. There is one more thing. There's no audit on this. However, they do have a Immunify bug bounty, which is quite good. Immunify is a program that basically puts up bug bounties for any kind of white hat hacker to come and, it's like a board, like a bulletin board of like possible bug bounties, and people can go there and, find the programs that have a bug bounty and submit their bug, bounty submissions and get paid via the Immunify ecosystem. So I like this program, this Immunify program. It's quite clever, it's quite interesting, and it's a good way to create some competition between bug bounties and, to give the auditing system a little more you know, decentralization instead of just paying for a single auditing firm and hoping they do a good job. This is kind of, you know, the best people hopefully will search down these bug bounties and find any bugs in that sense. So that pretty much covers it. There is like a swap here, cross swap and so forth. So, you know, you're welcome to come and check this out and see if you're interested in any of these kind of LPs, and you can earn these rewards and then maybe try to contribute to the pegging of the FUSD token. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.